69% pass accuracy playing in the pivot.
Bro, it's one of them ones where you see in football, yeah, like people struggle to see the bigger picture in football with loads of different things. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is it. You gotta understand in football, yeah, like it's never 1 + 1 = 2 in football. It's never that simple. Football's a strange game like that. Do you know what I mean? Even when you look at Arsenal, yeah, they've scored more goals without Saka than with Saka, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying? Does that mean that they're a better team without him?
Of course not.
Maybe, but they can't be. But are they?
Like, listen,
you know them ones there. Like this is what football's about. Because then you need to look at, hold on, but who have they played? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you have to look at other things. You can't just look and say, you know what, Arsenal are a better team without Saka because they've scored more goals without him. Like, bro, that football don't work like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's the most simplified way to look at the game. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, people on foolishness, that's what it is.
Yeah, like how can he be a better team without him, bro? Like, no. Do you get it? So just because a man is scoring you goals, it doesn't mean that man is making the team better, bro. It doesn't mean that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There could be a man in the team, like CR7 was scoring goals for us, but he's making the team worse.
And we've seen it happen. I keep referencing Van Nistelrooy. Bad boy. One of the best finishes I've ever seen at
scoring
Manchester
bare goals, but we got
Period.
one Premier League title in the 4 years that he was there.
Period. But we sold him and got better.
Yeah, we did.
And he was cold. Don't get that. For those that don't know, Van Nistelrooy was a bad boy striker. Without that, one of the best finishes I've ever seen at the club. But the team got better when we sold him. Because there was other players who were better for the team.
But Flawless, this is the point. Same thing happened with Roy Keane. We let Keane go. We brought in Michael Carrick, won the Champions League.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how football works, bro.
People on some.
This is how football works. So, like, it doesn't mean that Van Nistelrooy is not good, blood.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean he's not good, bro.
I think he's a terrible striker. It's like, no.
Brother, this bro got like 150 goals in like 3 seasons or something like that.
Crazy, yo.
You know what I mean? You can't say that man's not good, like, do you know what I mean? But the team got better, bro. Like, when he left. That's a fact. Yeah, it's not an opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, the results.
Like, no one was saying, how would we replace his goals when he left? We weren't saying that. We were like, yo, Fergie sees something. All right, cool, let's run it.
I was young. I thought Fergie had lost his mind. I'm like, how we selling a 30 goal a season, man? I was like, what's going on? I was like, bear in mind, we had Rooney at the time, who was like 18, 19. Ronaldo was like 18, 19. Zaha was injured on the regular. I'm like, yo, what's going on? But it worked.
But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, and this Ruud van Nistelrooy, 150 goals in 155 appearances. We don't even know what the GA is for that, because I'm sure there's a few assists there as well. You know them ones. But man weren't doing this GA crap in them days. You know them ones. I'm sure his numbers are insane. I'm sure they are. If you add the assists as well, I'm sure they're nuts. Do you get what I'm saying? But the point is, no one was like, oh, how are we going to replace the goals? Like, bro, you need to understand, yeah, football is a team game, innit? You can collectively make the team better by taking away a player that in isolation does good things.
Yes.
Because football's not a game that's played in isolation, bruv.
It's a team, because it's a team game, people. That's why. And certain players are better foils for certain players.
Facts.
That's all that is.
Like, so all these men were saying that Weghorst was shit, yeah, but Rashford wasn't thinking that.
No, Rashford was like, helps me. Because
Rashford was like, yo, I'm mashing what?
Yeah, you could have a player who's 9 out of 10, but the players around him, he's not a great foil for. But you could have a player who plays a 7, but he's better for the two wingers around. Yeah. And he gets them playing better, for example. Yeah, people are foolishness. That's what that is.
Yeah, man said in one breath you say football's simple, next breath you say it's more complicated. Bro, listen, everything's simple when you understand it. I understand it, so it's simple for me. I'm saying it's complicated for certain people because they don't understand football. Do you understand? Like, driving is simple for me because I know how to drive.
Well, if you put me behind the wheel, I'm a struggle. I don't know how to drive.
Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them ones.
That's
so, you know what I mean? So like, bro, like man need to understand. Like simple, yeah. Simple will always be subjective. It will always be subjective.
Yeah. Like I said, it
Do you know what I'm
depends.
saying?
It's like
And
us
this
making content. This is easy.
and this is
It's
the
simple for us.
reality.
Because we just
Do you
get
know what
up
I'm
and
saying?
do this every day.
Thank you.
Whereas for someone who's new, they'll be like, how do you do this? What do you say?
Yeah, but that's the point, Flawless. If man said, Rants, how do you run your channel? I was like, I turn on my camera, go live, talk, turn it off. It's easy.
It's easy, but
yeah, but not everyone can do it.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? So it's not easy, but it is. Do you get it?
Easy for us. Yeah, yeah. Like you said, for certain, because it's like when people, I've noticed this, when people get into this, they're like, I didn't realize so much went into this. And how tough it was. Like they didn't realize. And of course, we ain't doing the hardest thing in the world, but it's tough if you don't know what you're doing. It's simple.
Everything is easy when you know how to do it, bro.
Yeah,
and this is why I say, yeah, like certain things, yeah, are very, very simple, but they're simple to me because I get it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're simple to me because I get it. But if you don't understand how the mechanics of football work, yeah, you can't understand how you can take, yeah, a 25 goal a season striker out of a team, yeah, and get better. You won't understand that because you don't understand how football works.
That's it. Because too many people think stats and GNA in particular attacks is it. That's why I'm not hearing this about Bruno, because he cost us more than he helps us. Just because you say we're McTominated.
But you know why they don't understand that, Flawless? You know why they don't understand that? Because there's not stats for when he costs us games.
No.
Because if there was stats for that, then you would understand. If there was stats.
If it was like NBA rants, where they have the net, where they have the minus.
Brother, that's it. If there was stats, yeah, for losing the ball, yeah, when it leads to a goal, yeah, if they started publishing those stats, then all of a sudden it's a different fucking game. I'd say players like him and Garnacho, blood, they'll be in the minus.
Yeah, I'm looking here, yeah. We conceded 5 directly, indirectly by Bruno. This is from that tweet. 2 poor passes yielding possession to Everton, from which they scored. 1 directly from a counter and 1 loss in the possession, which gave Everton, from which they scored. A hoof-up field versus Ipswich, which came directly back and they scored. Heading the ball out for a corner when attempting an aerial duel, from which Fulham scored, taking us to penalties, ultimately getting us knocked out. The handball in our area versus Sociedad. This is, and then he went on to say, this is like thanking a surgeon for successful operation, even though it was him who stabbed you. You won't see these stats anywhere.
But this is what I'm saying.
Cooking this United half.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Like, this is exactly what it is, bro. Like, but they don't put those stats next to the GA stats. They don't. There's a reason why they don't put them there. Do you know what I'm saying? But people that understand football can understand that more than one thing can be true at the same time. His positional indiscipline, his possessional ill-discipline as well, because he's not disciplined on the ball, he's not disciplined off the ball, yeah? These things are what cost teams games. This is what costs teams games. You know, he's always got a free role on the pitch, no matter what system we play in. Because he had one under Oli, he had one under Ten Hag, and he's still got one under this manager as well, blood. Like, bare times, man runs out the pivot and just leaves Cass by himself. Bare times. Do you know what I'm saying?
And this is why you get the GNA, because you have the free role to do what you want. 69% pass accuracy, and you're playing in the pivot. Are you crazy?
Well, this is 69. The point. This is the point. But as long as my man keeps getting stats, people that can't comprehend the game of football will always argue.
Piss take, man.
You know what I'm saying? Your pivot midfielder can't afford to have a 68% pass accuracy. That's insanity. That these are the guys that are supposed to be ticking the game over and controlling the. Your job is literally to control the tempo of the game. Like, imagine if Scholes, because Scholes used to play in the pivot for us. Imagine if Scholes had 68% pass completion, bro. We wouldn't win Premier League titles with 68% in there.
You're supposed to just be keeping it simple, not doing too much in there. Because that means what? 7 out of every 10 passes is successful, pretty much. That's not it. And we've seen you give the ball away in quick succession because you get a lot of touches. Like the 2 times we conceded against Everton. Oh my God, get a piss off, man. It's outrageous.
It's amazing. It's a mad thing. Yo, man said Rashi scored 20 goals twice. what's that? Man said for Martial 1920.
With Martial, yeah.
With Martial 1920,
Yeah,
2021 he scored 5 with CR7. Well, yeah, exactly. He scored 5 with CR7 because CR7 took the goals from him and Bruno, which is what I said would happen before he came. Then he scored 30 with Martial and Weghorst, then scores 8 with Rasmus. Exactly. Again, because Rasmus don't offer nothing other than scoring, and same with CR7. It was exactly the same thing. But I predicted this when he came in. This is not a rocket science. And I also said when Rasmus came in as well, I said him and Rashford can't play together. I said that. It's on wax. Because I understand football, bro. Like, the only way them two could have coexisted in a team is if we had a false nine, like a split striker, and they played either side, and Rasmus played on the right, and Rashford played on the left. Yeah. They only play together if they played in a similar manner to Mane and Salah. That's the only way they would have been able to coexist in a team, because they don't complement each other.
That's all. And that's what it is. Football's about partnerships, chemistry, and who works well with who.
Facts. That's what it will always be about. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this super chat's killing me. Man said he's like a shit version of Harden. I hear it. Like man say, yeah. That man said with James, yeah, yo, this ain't championship winning basketball, fam.
They told me, like that. So far they've been right.
Yeah.
So far they've been right. They've been spot on. Spot on.
You ain't lying.
What we doing?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, people. So yeah, man, the game is the game, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, Bruno don't play championship winning basketball. He don't.
Yeah.
You know, like that. He's a regular season player, bro. And it's so
regular. Everything about him is regular. Everything.
It's true.
Is regular. That's why when you say he's regular season, regular. He gonna put up numbers, just go and try audacious stuff. You like Jordan Poole, man. Like Jordan Poole coming off the bench for the Wizards, because Jordan Poole go get highlights, because Jordan Poole just gonna do Jordan Poole stuff.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Spin it around the back and all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't try things, try to put the ball between someone's legs and all this stuff. 360 windmills and all. Like, that's Jordan Poole for you. You know, like, he gonna do that wild stuff.
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? You lot are sick, man.